Hello there everybody, it's Umineko today, and welcome back to Umineko. This just might be either the last or the second to last recording I do on this laptop. As I'm pretty sure, I think in the beginning, it's currently updating actually. We got the new computer in. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this episode loaded up and let's get started. As soon as I'm finished, as soon as I get this video all edited and all that. As soon as I get this video all edited up and all that good old shit, uploaded and all that. Well, not uploaded, but... Oh, update is being installed. Okay. I'm just staring at the computer off to my side. I can't wait to get started on it. Or at least test it out, play with it a little bit before I get ready. But, okay, so... Honestly, I did think about this, and... Realistically, it would be better for me to go ahead and get these two recordings, or like, continue doing Umineko and Fate Stay Night back and forth. And then, when I finish one of them, I will immediately move on to something else. That way we can keep on going up with 2 games at a time, because I don't like keeping people waiting. I honestly don't, but we're going to keep it to where we do 2 Let's Plays at a time on this channel, okay? If that's okay with you guys. That way we can kind of, you know, keep track of everything and keep everybody happy, or try to be. So eventually there is going to be a, I'm debating whether actually having a voting poll, because I did promise there was one game that, as soon as I got this thing up, I promised a long time ago, back in my old Disgaea Let's Play, and seeing some of my streams, that there was this game that I wanted to do a Let's Play of for a very, very long time. I'll leave that as a little surprise. Some of you probably already know what I'm talking about.
1987年4月のことです。私は友人からある奇妙な依頼を受けました。とある大富豪の遺品である蔵書が大量に競売にかけられていて、その一部に民族学的にも考古学的にも、あるいはオカルト的な意味でも極めて価値の高いものが含まれていると思われる。
Talking about Kinzo's books?
その価値を内密に見てほしいというのです。
87年、六軒島での事件の半年後。
さようです。
Hello.
それらの蔵書は六軒島での難を逃れたものと説明されていました。それを島の所有者である後宮エバ氏が競売に出したというのです。
Oh, she did she? This was apparently a high-class restaurant. In a secluded and quiet seat, a middle-aged man was sitting across from Angie. Amakusa could be seen by the entrance to the restaurant. He was probably keeping a lookout for pursuers from the Sumadera family. The scholarly man across from Angie spoke politely, but with enthusiasm. He didn't lay a finger on the food in front of him, so you could tell how excited he was as he spoke fervently. He was a professor at a certain college, and particularly well known as an authority on Western folklore. However, among his life works, that was only a convenient exterior. His true life's work was the study of occultism, Western magic, alchemy, and everything else to do with the occult, as well as demonology. Hey, that's my favorite subject. I studied that back when I was in college. In short, he was the person in the best position to understand the details of Kinzo's research.
まず蔵書を鑑定して分かったことは、後宮エバ氏には民族学的な教養は全くなく、そしてその蔵書の本来の持ち主である後宮金蔵氏は、日本で五子に入る悪魔学の権威であったことは間違いないということです。
April 1987. A major city antique shop obtained a large quantity of ancient documents that were thought to have a high historical value. They came into possession of them after Ushidamiya Eva had them sold at auction. At the time, it was thought that Eva would succeed the Ushidamiya family and have all the wealth to herself as the only survivor. However, at that point, not even half a year had passed since the accident, and despite the extraordinary circumstances, it was not established that the others had been missing long enough to be presumed dead. Because of that, it was thought that Eva had been in a very tight spot financially, unable to even collect from her family's life insurance. It seems that she tried to sell everything of value, and even the books kept in the place where she had escaped harm in, Kuodorian, became a target of this. And these old books, which were later called the Ushidamiya Library, were later gathered from antique shops by authorities in the field so that they could be appraised, and the authorities were astounded. Let's go and adjust that real quick. Wait. Let's try that again. There we go.
少なくとも神秘学の見地から言えば、その発見が世界に与えた衝撃は、司会文書発見にも匹敵するものでした。後宮蔵書には、なんと1000年以上にもわたる間、その存在だけが知られているにもかかわらず、発見されていなかった数々の極めて重要な文献さえ含まれていたからです。
The many dreams of the occult, such as these represented by alchemy, always stirred an intense fascination in dilettantes. It is whispered that many magic books of great historical value, as yet unannounced to the public, might be in the secret possession of the very wealthy lovers of the occult. It is said that items such as Leonardo da Vinci's notebooks, which are particularly popular among dilettantes, were prime examples of this. It is said that approximately 5,000 pages of the notebooks currently exist, and that over 10,000 have been lost. Damn. But some researchers believe that a large part of this lost portion may be monopolized by certain dilettantes and members of the extremely rich. It is said that because of this, even now, dilettantes who can't help but seek these spare no expense to search around for quietly hoarded away in unannounced notebooks. There's probably no doubting that Ushidamiya Kinzo was himself one of those dilettantes. It is unknown what Kinzo went through to obtain those, but there can be no mistake that he abundantly used his vast wealth, buying them off of other rich people with the same hobby as him. Those books, which were so valuable that dilettantes just couldn't satisfy their desire to hoard them away, were discovered in large numbers at the end of the 20th century. And their release to the public had given the entire world a massive shock.
この一件により、六軒島の名は全世界に知れ渡ることになります。
I imagine.
そして同時に、六軒島の事故によって、未発見のさらに価値ある蔵書が大量に失われた可能性が高いことも、全世界に衝撃を与えました。これにより、六軒島と後宮蔵書の名は、我々にとって生涯忘れないものとなったのです。
Our memories. That hour probably meant the occult neck of the woods with the same hobby as Kinzo. Because of that case, the name of Rokkenjima had taken on a vital meaning in the world of the occult. There certainly had been a lot of reporting about the incident on Rokkenjima, but it hadn't been something on the international level. However, this case had run about the world, taking the image of Rokkenjima as a small island in the Izu archipelago and painting it over as a demonic island with a mixture of riddle, suspicion, mystery, and the occult. In other words, until Kinzo's library was leaked to the public by Ava, Rokkenjima had been nothing more than a nameless island that no one could remember. And it definitely hadn't been a witch's island. However, when knowledge of the Ushidamiya Library spread across the world, Rokkenjima's image immediately took on an occult twist.
そして、そこへ起こるのが例のメッセージボトル事件です。これがあの島を魔女の島に変えた。伊豆諸島の無名の小島がオカルトの島へ、そして謎の魔女ベアトリーチェの島へと変遷していったのです。
ベアトリーチェ。
後宮蔵書とメッセージボトル、このどちらが欠けても六軒島魔女伝説は成り立たなかったと言えます。
メッセージボトル。
はい。空の瓶に手紙を封印し海に投じるという不特定対象への通信方法です。
I think we all know what a message bottle is, but thank you very much for explaining that.
無人島から SOS を発信するというのが有名ですが、海外の有名推理小説の影響で、自らの死後に真実を告白するという時間差的な遺書としても知られるようになりました。六軒島メッセージボトル事件は、まさにこの後者だったのです。
近くの島の漁師が拾っていたというやつですね。
さようです。式根島の若い漁師が手紙入りのワインボトルを拾っていたことが分かったのです。
Shikinejima? Is that how it's pronounced?
この若い漁師は興味本位からそれをたまたま保管していました。 それが、後宮蔵書で六軒島が世界的注目を浴びたため、公表したというのです。
Incredibly suspicious.
その漁師による捏造の可能性は？
That's what I was thinking.
もちろん、その可能性も否定できませんでした。ワインボトル内のノート片には、後宮家のとある人物の署名がされていました。後宮マリアという少女です。しかし、彼女の遺品の肉筆から別人の筆跡であることが確認されました。
別人の筆跡？
So a different person impersonated Maria?
さようです。少なくとも、少女より達筆で年齢のある人物によって書かれたことは疑いようがないでしょう。彼女の名を語った何者かが執筆した可能性が極めて高かったのです。よって、この時点ではノート編の内容の信憑性は薄いと考えられました。
However, later on, it was confirmed that a similar message bottle had been recovered from the nearby ocean on the day of the accident by the police in their search for lost articles. And this caused a sensation.
警察は現場の状況とボトルの封印状況から、捏造の可能性は低く、事故直前の数日以内に投棄したものと判断したようです。また双方の筆跡は一致しました。これにより、漁師の発見したノート片の信憑性が増すこととなりました。メッセージボトルの内容については、週刊誌などが繰り返し報道しているようですが、説明がいりますかな？
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
いいえ。一応知っていますので。
Oh. Oh, hello. Many scraps of paper had been stuffed into both of the wine bottles. It was an extensive notebook written by someone calling themselves Ushidamiya Maria, who wasn't Maria, and which told of the events starting the day before the accident and up until the day of the accident in a diary-like way. And its contents had been the beginning of the Witch's Legend serial murder incident, as well as the Golden Witch Beatrice's puzzle.
この奇妙な日記風式には、台風で島に釘付けにされた後宮家の親族たちが、魔女復活の儀式に巻き込まれ、次々に不可解な方法で殺されていく様子が記されていました。そして最後に、黄金の魔女、ベアトリーチェが蘇り、すべてを黄金鏡に飲み込む。まるで、それこそが当日の全容であるかのように記されていました。また、当時の島の状況についても非常に詳しく描写されており、後宮家に勤務したことがある元の使用人たちは、間違いなく内部に詳しい人間が書いたに違いないと証言しました。
So it was probably the culprit pretending to be Maria.
そのおかしな幻想小説と後宮蔵書以降のオカルトブーム。そして結局は真相は闇の中という三つが合わさり、六軒島の魔女伝説を生み出したと？
さようです。すでに10年以上が経過した事件ですが、未だに世界のオカルトマニアの関心を集めています。いや、むしろ時間を得て、ますますに神格化されたと言っていい。上陸禁止になっている六軒島に、密かに上陸しようというマニアも未だに多いとか。
I imagine the island would be pretty much prohibited from being ever visited.
未だ未発見のメッセージボトルがあるのではないか。そしてあの日、あの島で本当は何があったのか。未だに議論はつきませんとも。
As though he had finally remembered that he had been going on and on for some time, the man took a gulp of water. His pottage was getting cold, but it seemed that the man's hunger had already been blown away.
確か、漁師のノート片と警察のノート片で内容が全く違うと聞きましたが。
さようです。このせいで、六軒島ミステリーはさらに面白みが増したのです。二つのボトルの中身は、どちらも事故前日から当日までを記した日記風の式です。しかしその内容は、 共に前日から当日を記した内容であり、にもかかわらず、内容は全く異なったのです。
Okay.
まるでどちらかが真実で、どちらかが虚偽のように。あるいは、両方とも虚偽なのかもしれない。しかし、始まりと終わりだけは一致するのです。
The beginning and endings.
始まりは、親族たち18人は台風で島に閉じ込められた。
Okay.
そして終わりは、全員が死に、黄金の魔女が蘇り、すべては黄金鏡に飲み込まれる。
The contents of both message bottles wrote about the events of the day before the accident and the day of the accident, but the details were completely different. Both diaries outline a serial murder following the epitaph of the witch, but the order of the sacrifices, the way they died, and even the tale of the 2 days was different. However, in both, everyone died in the end and the witch revived, making for the same circumstances.
あ
Really?
の島で何があったのか。唯一の生存者である後宮エバ氏が沈黙していた以上、あの2日間の出来事は全てが闇の中です。この2つの日記はその闇を埋める仮説を、こともあろうか、2つも提示してみせたのです。どちらの日記でも2日間を説明できる。しかし、どちらが正しいのか、あるいは正しいことが含まれているのかさえわからないのです。
Schrodinger's cat box. If it isn't denied, even a mixture of truth and fiction can be the truth. Through the media, these scraps of paper had of course been shown to Ava as well, but in the end she never broke her silence.
誰が何のためにメッセージボトルを？
事件10周年特集を組んだ雑誌が以前大々的に取り上げたでしょう。あの島であの日何が起こったのか。しかし面白みには欠ける。あの島であの日何が起こったのか。それを考えるのがウィッチハントの醍醐味なのですな。
The witch hunt, I get it.
ああ、ロッキン島ウィッチハントとは、この事件の真相をオカルトの側面から説明しようと試みるマニアの集いのことです。後宮蔵書から謎の2日間、そして黄金の魔女の伝説など、ロッケン島に関わる謎は今でもマニアの間で盛んに議論されているのです。
You seem incredibly excited about that.
10周年の時には、ニューヨークで国際コンベンションも開かれました。私も日本の代表として参加してきましてね。海外の熱心なウィッチハンターと様々な交流をしてきましたよ。海外では魔女はとても人気のあるカテゴリーでしてね。参加者の年齢幅も、下は小学生から、上は著名な文化人まで実に幅広い。日本でも近年ようやく、
You probably don't need any more explanation, but he is one of the most famous Rokenjima witch hunters in Japan. Even though I didn't ask anything more, he kept it continuing on excitedly all by himself. As I swirled the thin film of my pottage with my spoon, I shrugged my shoulders and sighed. Looks like it really had been a waste of time to research about the message bottle. No, if there is one thing I've found, it's that it seems the notebook, which is supposed to be written by Maria One-chan, was actually written by a different person faking her name. And that person was had written up on an occult legend on their own, put it into the bottle as though it was the truth, and thrown it into the sea. I have a question. Why would they go to all the trouble of writing so much in order to prepare a suspicious letter like that? With a message bottle, there would be no guarantee that it would ever pass into anyone's hands. If their luck had been bad, it could have been sunk in the ocean and never have been seen by anyone. And even if someone had picked it up, they might not have cared about it and thrown it away. Why would they entrust their confession of the truth to the sea in such an uncertain method? And why would they write out multiple different tales? If there had been one message bottle, claiming that its story was the truth would be reckless, but not impossible. However, because there were two, that made both of them doubtful. If someone was plotting to make out those 2 days to be the work of a witch, that was really superfluous. And because there were two, it suggested that an undiscovered third one, or possibly even more, might exist. In other words, the two different contents made it harder and harder to swallow. But despite that, the contents of both matched in that they told of a witch in a tale. In other words, does that mean that this is what the writer wanted to tell us? I can only imagine that someone who wanted to give rise to an illusion of a witch carried out this crime for attention. However, the 17 people other than Aunt Ava had lost their lives, and a vast wealth, or maybe even 10 tons of gold, had moved around secretly in the darkness. With a conclusion like that, it just doesn't make sense for this to be a witch's illusion. Without waiting for the magazine's reasoning, it's a very suspicious whether this message bottle really is a diary. After all, the amount of writing was massive. It's hard to imagine that someone actually caught up in the middle of a serial murder like that would be able to calmly write it down. In that case, it's probably more realistic that this diary was written slowly over a long period of time up until the date prior to the accident. In that case, would it mean that everything on Rokunjima had been a planned crime, where everything had been prepared for over a long stretch of time? The fact that Aunt Ava had left this world without saying anything is detestable. She had definitely said it on her deathbed. She definitely said that her reason for not telling me the truth was because it was the best way of harassing me. By now I'm painfully aware of it. Of all the things Aunt Ava did to me to harass me, that was probably the last and the greatest. But thinking of it this way, it's pretty doubtful that Aunt Ava is the true culprit. Of course, this isn't because the handwriting on the message bottle was different from Aunt Ava. I've had a stroke. Of course, this isn't because the handwriting on the message bottle was different from Aunt Ava's, or anything like that. It's because in both tales that had been discovered, Aunt Ava had been included among the victims. If the writer of that diary is the culprit, maybe Aunt Ava was also one of the targets to be killed. Aunt Ava had survived because something had gone wrong. Wait a minute. Hold on. What if those two messages were the first two episodes? One message detailed episode 1's death, the order of deaths, and the other one detailed the order of episode 2's deaths. Is it too crazy of me to think of that? Because I had hated Aunt Ava, I had come to believe that she had to be the culprit, but the existence of the message bottle had made me suspect that the mastermind was a far more profound and unknown person than her. I looked at the clock. I've heard more than enough. It's time. As he continued to speak fervently, I suggested that I wanted to bring this discussion to a close. It seemed he was aware that he had gotten excited and talked too much, so he quickly accepted this.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。貴重なお話が聞けたと思います。
いえいえ、ウィッチハントの新しい仲間に若いお嬢さんを迎えできて本当に楽しかったです。今日は歌詞を変えてしまったのでお見せできなかった貴重な資料がいくつもあります。次の機会の時にはぜひそれをお見せしましょう。
ありがとう先生。最後に聞いてもいいですか？
はい、何でしょうか。
先生はどうして魔女に、いえ、神秘学や悪魔学に興味を？
それを言われると恥ずかしい。不思議な力が使えたなら、意地悪なガキ大将にも負けないのに。という子供の頃の妄想が、そのままライフワークになってしまっただけです。未知なる力への憧れというプリミティブな願望は、今も昔も普遍的ですからな。
I can agree with this.
先生は、なれるものなら魔女になりたいですか？思うがままに魔法を使ってみたいという夢を今も。
Oh hell, I dream of it every night.
もちろんですとも。
I mean, not killing people, obviously, just being able to use magic in general.
この年になり、そういうものが実在しないと理屈では分かっていても、それでもなお、空を飛んでみたい、鉄靴を黄金に変えてみたいという子供のような夢は忘れられずにいます。学生たちにはどうか内密に。
私が実は魔女だと言ったら、お信じになります？
女は魔女である。というのが、私のささやかな女性経験からの持論です。
Angie snorted at the old professor, who must have been an earnest scholar with barely any experiences with women.
そうそう。最後にもう一つだけ質問を。先生はメッセージボトルの実物をご覧になったことは？
ありますとも。
では、その筆跡についてもお詳しいですか？
もちろん。その道の専門家ではありませんが、メッセージボトルの筆跡に関してだけは、日本で最も詳しいと自負していますとも。
Fantastic. At that point, Angie set a book on the desk with a thud.
これは初めて見るものです。
He prided himself on his thorough knowledge of all literature related to Rokkenjima, and he looked bewildered at this binding that he had never seen before. Ignoring him, Angie silently flipped through the pages, opened to one of them, and showed him. On that page was a handwritten paragraph beginning with, "To my beloved witch apprentice." And at the end, there was a signature in katakana that said, Beatrice.
それは...
The instant he glanced at it, his face went pale. She knew the answer before asking, but Angie asked it aloud anyway.
このページに記されている文章の筆跡は、メッセージボトルの筆跡と一致しますか？
いや、持ち帰って詳しく調べないことには。失礼だが、この本は一体、どこに？
The man stretched out his hand, but Angie pulled it back, as though telling him not to touch it with his filthy hands.
ありがとう。その反応だけで結構です。今日はありがとうございました。これ、お約束の謝礼です。
As she stood up, clutching Maria's diary, Angie carelessly tossed a wad of 10,000 yen notes wrapped with a strip of paper onto the table. As Angie turned her back to him and made to leave, the man raised his voice as though clinging to her. But Angie didn't stop walking.
お願いだ。その本は一体。謝礼はいらない。その本を見せてくれ。
私とあなたはウィッチハントの同志だけど、求める深さが違うみたい。あなたが楽しんでるのは猫箱の外側。そして私が知りたいのは猫箱の内側。そしてこの一冊は、その猫箱を開く鍵ね。あなたには過ぎてるわ。じゃあね。Goodbye, gentlemen. Have a nice day.
It feels weird hearing her say that in English.
待ってくれ！スマレラさん！
His voice didn't reach her. She had already joined up with Amakusu and gone into the car.
収穫はありましたか？
Wait a minute. She called for Sumade...
最後の最後にね。やっぱりそうだった。メッセージボトルを記したのは、ベアトリーチェ本人だった。
そいつはクールだ。魔女は実在するで決着で？
I wouldn't say that.
さあね。寝ていい？あのおしゃべり教授、きっと講義では自分の世界に入っちゃって寝ちゃう子続出だと思うわ。
Probably.
どうぞどうぞお休みを。
しかしうまくいくもんね。あいつ私のことスマデラだと最後まで信じてたわ。
Oh! The Sumadera family had set up a web beforehand around any people Angie might try to contact. They had offered a reward for anyone who could take Ushidamiya Angie into custody if she appeared. Angie had foreseen that and snatched it away. She had called herself Sumadera, and after skillfully tricking the man by saying her own subordinates would set up an ambush, she had taken him outside. So when the Sumadera family pursuers reached the professor's house, there was no longer anyone there.
家人の話では、午前中にスマデラを名乗る若い男女が訪れ、教授を連れ出したきり、まだ帰宅しないそうです。裏をかかれた可能性が。
いけない子ね、エンジェちゃんは。
Hello there, psycho bitch.
そういう悪知恵、姉さんの血なのかしらね。あんなに名乗るのは嫌だと言ってたスマデラの名を気安く名乗ってくれちゃうなんて。 そのうち教授もお戻りになるだろうさ。そしたらソチャでも振る舞わないとね。
What the heck?
は了解しました。
私を手玉に取ったつもりかしら。やんちゃな子なんだから。
Beatrice, if you can hear me, I want you to kill this woman. With a demonic look on her face, Kasumi violently stamped her heel. Why did that sound like she just stepped on somebody? Maria will teach you about her magic of origins. No. Tell you before, right? And you used it before, right? Did you forget? You were also a witch apprentice, Angie, with your name entered into Mariage Sorcière, weren't you?
私も魔女に加えてもらったんだっけ？
I closed Maria's diary and flopped down on a very high-class looking bed. Since I'd slept deeply for a long time in the car, it took longer than usual for drowsiness to set in, and I had been reading the diary as I waited for that. This is a super expensive hotel in the city. Since this expensive hotel is often used by the rich and the famous, out of concern for their conditions, it has an abnormally strong duty of confidentiality. This made it very convenient for Angie to escape her pursuers. The idea that a renegade would spend the night hiding in a cheap hotel is a commoner's way of thinking. To Angie, who possessed all the wealth of the Ushidamiya family, renegade life was truly pleasant. Of course, even though he was a guard, Amakusa was a man and in a separate room. Angie used the bathroom of the suite, and Amakusa laid on the sofa in the living room. Amakusa said something about how the sofa here was more pleasant than his own bed recently. Poor guy. When I looked at the clock, I saw that it was almost 2 in the middle of the night. Don't you mean 2 in the morning? I'm still not getting sleepy. I sighed deeply. At that time, even though there was no wind, I had the feeling that Maria One-chan's diary fluttered. Then One-chan appeared. Her form was no longer the normal one that I knew. She was wearing the dress that Beatrice had given her after acknowledging her as a witch.
もう寝ないと明日が辛いよ。私も魔女なら魔法が使えるのよね。うん、使えるよ。教えてあげたでしょ。使い方、昔は使えたはずだよ。覚えてる。使いたくなった。寂しくなった？別に。毎日枕が違うくらいのことで辛くなんてならないわ。魔法の最初の一歩は寂しいからとか退屈だからとか、そのくらいのささやかな理由でいいの。眠くなるまでの暇つぶしだとしても。うん。エンジがもう一度魔法のことを思い出してくれて、マリアは嬉しい。
It's been quite a long time since I last used magic. At one point, with Maria One-chan's introduction, I touched a corner of it and opened the door a tiny bit. So, I should still remember that sensation.
今のエンジェはかなり魔法の力が衰えてる。基本に忠実じゃないと難しいよ。うん。四方を確認。静かな空間を確保。天草さんは？あ、寝てるわ。
After opening the door to the living room a crack, I could see the blanket caterpillar on the sofa roll over in its sleep.
今のエンジェの弱い魔力では半魔法力の影響を受けすぎる。人の姿だけじゃない。声も音も気配さえもエンジェの魔法の邪魔をする。それらを完璧に立って古代魔術師たちがアトリエを閉ざして孤独を守ったように。覚えてるわ。人間の存在自体が魔法を妨げる。故に人に魔法を見せるということそのものがとても高位な魔女の証だったわね。
Obtain a quiet space for yourself alone. That should be enough to prepare a space to use magic.
次によりしろ。
今の園児には自転車の補助輪、いえ、チェーンくらい大事。
これは、当然、無理よね。
Angie rubbed her own head. There were hair accessories there, with pink gems attached. They felt a little childish for Angie's style, but she had never taken them off for a single day.
今の園児にはとても無理。あの日から一日も休むことなく修行していたなら、あるいは今頃は呼び出すことができたかもしれないね。
今から修行したら、どのくらいかかるの？
魔女の修行は、幼き日の1年が、老いの10年と同じ価値があると言われてる。
Damn!
相当の覚悟がいるよ。
So I have about 10 years if I want to learn magic. Shit!
それこそ、後ろ宮金蔵くらいに？ピアノもバイオリンも魔法も、幼い頃からの英才教育が大事なのね。
今の園児は、初めて魔法を使えた時よりも、その力が落ちている。無理をしないで、基本に忠実に。
After stubbornly rubbing those things on my head one more time, I gave up. Then I started fishing through the knapsack, looking for anything that might make a good vessel.
これなら、よりしろにはぴったりじゃない？
懐かしい。それならば、今の園児でも召喚できると思うよ。それには今、主がいない。園児が新しい主になるのも可能なはず。
There, Master? Among the things that looked like good vessels, I took the one I thought might possess the strongest magical power, and set it on the side table near the bed with a clatter. It was a shady-looking, stake-shaped weapon with an occult design inscribed on it. It was a stake of the seven stakes of purgatory, which the witch used to offer sacrifices. How did she get that? When the police had been searching the family's possessions, they had collected a large amount of junk. After the investigation had finished, these had been politely returned to the Ushidamiya family. I found something that I had seen in the pictures of Maria's diary and took it home with me.
煉獄の七杭は、もともと7本で一揃いだった。気の毒にね。今はもう、彼女1本だけ。
Which one? One-chan smiled, looking lonely. I pulled another book out of the knapsack. This was also old-fashioned, and you could tell that it was an occult book just by looking. But its contents were plain. It was one of Maria One-chan's elaborate notebooks. This was not a diary. This was a grimoire which she had written as a witch. The seven stakes of purgatory are Beatrice's furniture, created by her and employed only for her sake. But since Beatrice is also a witch of Maria Associée, they could be employed by Maria, who is a witch of the same alliance. For that reason, the method of summoning the seven stakes of purgatory and how to handle them was written about in great detail in Maria One-chan's grimoire. And, as another person with their name in the same alliance, I was also permitted to employ them.
この杭は、七姉妹の誰？
Oh, I wonder which one we're going to be able to summon.
マリアの魔導書に、彼女らの特徴がよく記されてるよ。
I'm gonna take a guess. Pride. That one was Lucifer, right?
七杭の姉妹は、名前を間違えられることをとても嫌う。
I hope I got her name right.
召喚する前によく彼女らの名前を思い出して。
Okay, Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, Mammon, Belphegor, I said Leviathan, right? Shit, I can't remember. A packed page that totaled the seven stakes of purgatory. It described the seven sisters in great detail. Yes, I think I memorized almost this entire page once in the past. The more I read it, the more I start to remember. By the pictures and characteristics written on the grimoire, I could tell that the stake in my hand was Mammon's stake. Oh. In the past, because I hadn't had any stakes, I had summoned them without any vessel. So this is the first time I'd clearly seen any of the seven stakes, let alone Mammon.
マモン、
Mammon.
五女。 7つの大罪の強欲を司る。すごい子よね。
強欲は、向上心、上昇志向、生きる強さなども司る。決して悪い意味だけではないんだよ。
Yeah, I know.
口は悪いけど、とても頑張り屋さんな子だし。
そうね。欲がないってことは、つまり、生きてる理由がないってことだし。
For a while, I heightened my concentration and digested the information that was written about Mammon. The more the summoner knows about the target that's being summoned, the better. Knowledge is tied to magic power. I began to fill my head with knowledge about Mammon and raise a necessary amount of magic power for a summoning.
魔導書って、ちょっとだけ面白いわね。下手くそな小説を読むより、よっぽど面白いかもしれない。なんだか懐かしい気持ちになるわ。
魔導書は、ただ文字を読み取るだけじゃなく、行間から世界を膨らませたり、挿絵から世界を生み出したりと、様々な想像を要求されるの。生み出す力。これを持つエンジェになら、どんな本よりも魔導書は面白いはずだよ。エンジェになら理解できるって、マリアはずっと知ってたもの。
マモンの知識、これで十分だと思うわ。うん。だいたい蘇った。やってみる。
しっかりね。いざという時に備えて、私の護符を。今の君は、同盟の条約に守られてない。マモンは少し喧嘩っ早いところがある子。あるいは、まだ恨んでるかも。注意して。
うん。身につけることにする。
The 7 stakes of purgatory, as furniture used to make sacrifices for a ceremony, were treated as beings inferior even to weapons. But that is only when it comes to demons. To humans, furniture is something to be feared. I fished through the knapsack again, took out a bracelet charm with a scorpion medal that I had gotten from Maria Onechan long ago and put it on my arm. In the past, I hadn't needed something like this, but I need insurance.
大丈夫。それには、まだ十分な魔法防御が備わってる。それを身につけている限り、絶対に大丈夫。
Maria Onechan's magic power that had been specifically put into this charm was enough to earn even Beatrice's admiration. While it would have looked like something cheap to a human who couldn't understand about magic, its magical worth was incalculable. So we're actually going to... Okay, sorry. So we're actually going to try and summon Mammon?
さあさあ、おいでなさい。罪を許しなさい。煉獄の七杭が一つ。強欲のマモン。
I concentrated my mind. I made the magic repelling toxin that filled my body 0. Is she gonna appear? Imagine an untainted vast space. Doubts and common sense all resist magic. Make the resistance 0 and erase the burden towards magical power. Inside my head was the image of a vast space. It was a nighttime world where I floated in the air and the neon stars over the ground sparkled. A world where the stars that should have covered the sky were wiped away by the light from below, which covered the ground. In the world of a vast night sky with no obstructions, I imagined the wind blowing through at will. At that time, in the room where there shouldn't have been any wind blowing, the free nighttime wind blew in a cyclone. The long-forgotten sensation raced through my entire body. It was the unique feeling of exultation felt when using magic. Mammon's stake, which I held out in my hand, gradually began to make me feel a pale light. A twisting cyclone with the stake at the center. The hefty stake floated a bit into the air.
見事だよ。ブランクは、君から才能を奪わなかったね。
さあさあ、おいでなさい。罪を許しなさい。煉獄の七杭の一つ。強欲のマモン。その姿を私に見せなさい。
The stake I held out rose bit by bit, rising higher than my head. And as though it was being attracted upwards, Mammon's stake once again floated up high into the air and gradually began to shake. That shaking began to grow faster, and it burst. a speed faster than I could follow, it flew around, finally rebounding off the walls of the room. The terrible sound of it dancing around threatened to make me flinch. However, I must not lose my mental concentration. Then the stake, which had been flying around at an incredible speed, finally restrained itself and faced me. It was in the air just a few centimeters away from my forehead, held back by the defensive barrier created by the scorpion charm. It had tried to break the defensive barrier, eating into it with an incredible power, but Maria One-chan's barrier wouldn't be broken so easily. The stake muttered hatefully. You could probably say that I had been saved thanks to the scorpion charm. Without that, my way of killing time until I got sleepy would have been a way to kill time for all eternity. Hey, Mammon, it's been a while. When Mammon's stake realized that it was unable to gouge me, it gave up and grew docile, changing its form from that of a stake into a human. In that same old outfit that I'd never be able to walk around outside in, although you could say it suited her, in a demonic sort of way.
エンジ様なの？ずいぶんとみすぼらしい魔力だけど、本当にエンジ様？
お久しぶりね、マモン。元気にしてた？
てっきり、もう約5面の家具は何度で朽ち果てるだけだと思ってました。それで、これはどういう余興で？まさか、私の所有者がエンジ様とでもおっしゃるつもりで？
うん。エンジが君の主人だよ。
マリア卿、これはお見苦しいところ。
Oh, I literally just realized this is that theme that I keep hearing. It's just a kind of like a weird music box version. No, not music box. It's what's that instrument that almost sounds like a cowbell?
今のエンジじゃ、ひょっとしたら君にやられてしまうかもしれないって思ったから、お符を貸したの。
マリア卿に、私の主人がエンジ様だと言われたんじゃ、断りを、エンジ様？何なりとご命令を。私が必要とされるということは、新しい儀式を？
I've got a target in mind. Her name is Kasumi.
新しい生贄を？もっとも、私を使いこなし、自らの手を汚す程度の覚悟が終わりならぬ話ですが。
その役割は、私はもう求めてないわ。昔同様に、ただ話し相手になってくれるだけで十分よ。
All you have to do is just talk with me like you used to? Hmm.
ええ。それがお望みでしたら、家具は使われてこそ家具。お呼び出しいただいただけで光栄ですとも。エンジ様。
Maybe I'm just thinking too lightly, but if I had any of you guys as furniture, I would try to at least treat you like people. Mammon had a slightly complicated smile on her face. She accepted her new master because Maria had told her to, but it looked like she hadn't gotten over her discontent at working for Angie with her frail magical power. Perhaps she had some other reason for hating Angie. But for now, it seemed like she couldn't disobey Angie even if she was discontented.
それで、私は何をすれば？
わからない。適当に賑やかにしてくれればいいわ。昔みたいに。
お言葉ですが、多分、エンジ様がおっしゃる賑やかさとは、私たち姉妹の騒ぎのことだと思います。
Okay, where are the other sisters then?
私一人では難しいかと。お忘れで？
そうだね。七姉妹は、みんなが揃うと、本当に賑やかだったもんね。でも、今のエンジの魔力じゃ、マモンを呼び出すのが精一杯だと思う。他の6人の悔いも紛失してる。
恐れながらマリア卿、私の悔いを経由し、七姉妹に語りかけ、呼び出すことは不可能ではないかと。
Really?
私を刺激されるのでしたら、 その程度の力は、エンジェ様にはお持ちいただきたいところですが。
Mammon giggled. Apparently she wanted me to summon the other sisters without a vessel. I see. Since she's unable to satisfy herself with being summoned alone, she's asking for the other sisters to be summoned as well. I get it. Greed. Yeah, she was like this back then, wasn't she? To furniture, the times during which they are used are bliss. No matter how badly they are exploited, being used as a furniture is joy. Not only that, but no matter how polite you might put it, not being given a job would be more painful to them. Mammon spoke as though to provoke me, but she wanted me to summon the other sisters somehow and rescue them from the world of nothingness. In that case, all she has to do is honestly say so. These demon people really aren't honest.
エンジ、無理しないで。マモンを呼び出せただけで、リハビリには十分だよ。
あら、一人だけでリハビリになっちゃうの？どうせ暇つぶしよ。いいわ、マモン。乗りかかった船だわ。呼べるところまで呼んであげる。
本当に？
Oh, hello.
さすがエンジェ様。さあさあ、早く早く。
Talk about a total mood shift. It seemed that even though she had said it, Mammon hadn't really expected Angie to do this. She hopped around, badgering Angie to summon the other sisters. The consumption of physical and magical power used to call Mammon alone was considerable. It will probably be pretty tough to do 6 more. I'm awed by the magical power of those who could summon sisters like this at will with a snap of their fingers, and who therefore reach a level where they can be called witches.
エンジはまだ本調子じゃないから。
エンジ様はみんなを召喚してくれるって言いました？
Mammon, calm down. Actually, I only said that I'd call as many as I could. Guess this is greed.
無理しないで、エンジ。もう今日は休んだ方がいい。君は十分疲れてるよ。
いいわよ。どうせ暇つぶし。ばったり寝込めるくらいに疲れさせてもらうわ。
This time there's no vessel. I'll have to strengthen the image from my knowledge of the grimoire and materialize them with just that. I held my hands out into the air, replaying in my head the sensation from when I had summoned Mammon. I'm acquainted with all the 7 sisters, right? Remember, in the past, the time I talked with them. Once again, the power of magic began to fill me up. It let off a faint and yet distinct pale light from both my hands.
エンジ様、しっかりしっかり頑張って。ねえマリア卿、エンジ様は必ずみんなを呼び出してくださいますよね。また7姉妹は再会できますよね。
うん、きっとね。でもそれが今夜という保証はないよ。
エンジ様ならできますって。エンジ様、お願い。末っ子のアスモから。
Asmodeus, that was the other name. Oh, damn it.
アスモデウス7女。わかった。末っ子から順番に呼ぶわ。
A strand of hot sweat dripped down my forehead. This really is going to be one hell of a burden. The pale light in this space began to slowly form into the outline of a girl.
さあさあ、おいでなさい。煉獄の7君の一つ。色欲のアスモデウス。
Lust, that was the other sin I was forgetting. There was no vessel. However, with a strong conviction that she definitely did exist there as a core, her form began to crystallize. Her outline became distinct, and the form of the youngest of the 7 sisters, Asmodeus, was finally created. Hey, Asmodeus!
色欲のアスモデウス。ここはどこ？私は生きてるの？アスモ！よかった。マモン姉さん、ここは一体。私を呼び出したのは誰なの？
エンジ様が私たちをみんな蘇らせてくれるって。
No, I didn't.
エンジ様、ありがとう。次はベルゼを。
Beelzebub?
ベルゼをお願いします。
ベルゼブブ6条黄色のベルゼブブ。さあさあおいでなさい。
At this rate, I wonder how many I can summon. If I can't concentrate, this is probably it. Well, 3 sisters is better than 0. The pale light made an outline and formed into Beelzebub.
黄色のベルゼブブ、ここに。
Mammon and Asmodeus jumped on to Beelzebub, celebrating their reunion. Summoning 3 people at once. My head was throbbing. Without resting, summon the next one. Good lord,
さあ
Angie.
さあおいでなさい。煉獄の7杭が1つ。怠惰のベルフェゴール。
Summon forth the lazy one.
怠惰のベルフェゴール。ここに。
Howdy.
なんと私がまだ必要とされるとは。
ベルフェネー、お腹すいたじゃなくて、また会えて嬉しいまた7姉妹みんなが再会できるなんて。エンジ様、本当にありがとうございます。この調子で次はサタンネーオ、ベビアネーモ、ルシネーモ。
ええ、分かってるわ。だからお願い、あまりうるさくしないで。4人同時は結構きつい。
エンジ、もうそれ以上無理をしないで。これだけ久しぶりなのによく4人も召喚できたよ。
よせマモン、今のエンジェ様には我らの召喚は負担を強いている。
Thank you, Belphegor.
エンジェ様、どうかご無理をなされませんよ。
The fact that you're... Yeah, just...
私は嫌。エンジ様は約束したもん。また私たちみんなと遊んでくれるって。
Calm down. No,
ねえ、エンジ様、みんなとまた会えるって。すぐに会えるって約束した。
そうね、約束したわ。
Angie, you're gonna knock yourself out doing
す
this.
ぐにがいつのこととは約束しなかったけど、確かに私は約束したわ。
だから守って。じゃないと私は今日までそれを忘れていたエンジェ様を許さない。
さあさあおいでなさい。煉獄の7杭が1つ。憤怒のサタン。
My mind's getting hazy, but I'll calm. Even though I've forgotten those days, even though I hadn't thought of those days as anything but sadness and loneliness, because certainly the short time I've spent with them was fun without a doubt.
憤怒のサタン、ここに。
Hi, Satan.
何やってるのよあんたたち。私たちが井戸端会議をするだけでどれだけエンジェ様に負担をかけてるか分かってんの。
Thank you for understanding. Satan, who had apparently figured out the situation immediately after being summoned, cried out in a loud voice, telling her sisters off. That loud voice made my consciousness fade again.
私たちはベアトリーチェ様より休むことを許された役目を終えた家具なのよ。再びお役に立てる機会を賜るどころか新しい主人の負担になるなんて、そんなの家具の直れ。
Thank you, Satan. I can't believe I said that out loud.
早く姿を消しなさい。サタンネーの言う通りだ。姿を消す。お前たちも姿を消せ。それがこの瞬間一番エンジェ様のお役に立てる。
Satan and Belphegor seem to be the most calm-minded, I think.
私は嫌よ。
Mammon.
みんなを呼び出してもらえるまでは嫌。私も嫌。
Beelzebub.
お腹すいたじゃなくて、やっと再会したばかりなのにもう帰るなんて嫌。
わがまま言ってんじゃないわよ。ほらとっとと姿を消す。ほらアスモ、さっさと消えなさい。
サタン姉さんがいじめた。いつ もう十分だよ。今のエンジには限界を超えてる。
そう。
In a situation where I had summoned 5 of them and where they were messing around as they pleased, the load was far too heavy for me currently with my meager magic power. This is it. As my consciousness went hazy, I fell over onto the bed. Have beds always felt this soft? It seemed that the sisters were still squabbling together as much as they liked. For a way to kill time until drowsiness comes to get me, this is enough. Feeling something warm and nostalgic in the sisters' liveliness, I sank into a world of deep sleep. At the entrance to my dream world, I felt Maria One-chan and Sakutaro waiting to receive me. Oh, I forgot this. I love this little tune.
お疲れ様。そして、頑張ったね。ウリュウ。
Hey, Sakutaro.
おかえり、エンジェ。
Welcome back, is it? Then I should respond like this. Glad to be home. I can't remember the name of this, but I've actually got this on my my little MP3 player. I love listening to this beautiful. It's such a good. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna have to end it here. I'm sorry for cutting the video short. Whoops, I hit the freaking wrong thing. But hold on, let's. Oh, hello, Professor Otsuki. A professor at a certain college, well known as an authority on the study of Western folklore. He is also famous for his hobby of researching the Rokanjima witch legend as one of the witch hunters. The witch hunt is primarily focused on the straining of occult superstitions to explain the truth of the Rokanjima crime rather than doing so scientifically, and its dilettantes and enthusiasts of the mystical primarily view it as a mental game. Oh, this is one hell of a mental game. So the only ones we have to summon now are Lucifer and Leviathan. But the fact that she was able to summon 5 is ridiculous. Great. It's doing a great job at making me like all the freaking people that have murderers and all of that. And I am never going to like you. You are evil. I'd like to sick the 7 sisters on you all at once. They said that... You guys did mention how this episode was more like you're learning the nature of magic. On a side note, it looks like Angie was able to successfully summon the 7 sisters. Oh, the 5 of the 7 sisters. Huh. I wonder if she'd be able to use them. Well, okay, I stand corrected. This probably won't be my last video recording on this, but... I know I said that, but... Well... Let's just say until what is decided. Like, for whenever we complete Umineko or Fate Stay Night, whichever one we... Whether we clear Fate Stay Night first, or this episode first. We'll then hold a voting poll for what the next game's going to be that we'll be doing through the gaming computer. Good lord, it is still updating. Well, it's no wonder. It's going to take a while to get all set up and all that. I'm sure it'll finish by the time I finish editing this. It'll obviously be done by the time you guys watch this. But, anyway. Oh, good lord. Can't wait to play with this thing, get it all fixed up and ready. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.